Hi everyone! In this video, I decided to have fun doing something I've seen multiple art YouTubers do lately, which is blobs. Yes, drawing something from a bunch of blobs. I've done something similar in my monthly sketchbooks challenge of 2025 using the highlighter. It's great when you feel uninspired and you probably shouldn't draw Kuro again, or else your friends are gonna be like, "Oh, you only draw Kuro? That's all you have in your sketchbook." Anyways, I've pre-made the blobs so that I have time to draw. I've used some Inktense sticks so the colors would not lift up with water. I took a picture of the blobs before I worked on them too, so feel free to take a screenshot and draw on top of them with your own idea if you'd like, or feel inspired by them. I doubt it says, well, it's just blobs. You can probably create your own. But I do invite you to draw along with me. I've changed the camera's angle. I feel that with the top-down view, my hand covers the drawing most of the time. I'm also using a stand because I don't like drawing without an angle. Hopefully it doesn't feel too strange to watch. So the idea is to draw whatever I see from those blobs. And well, you'll see that my brain is as weird as usual. I'll also be using Faber-Castell's Albrecht Dürer pencils, aka watercolor pencils, and the Strathmore mixed media sketchbook that I reviewed a while back. So I know that I have said in the past that watercolors were one of my most familiar traditional medium. Well, watercolor pencils are probably my most familiar one. At least the first one I really kind of learned. I've used watercolor pencils since college, and they were the art supply I actually carried around with me to color during break or even during class. The box I own and use currently is probably like 15 years old. It was a box of like 36 plus a brush. And as I can see, they are still very good. I was using them a lot. But with watercolor pencils, a little goes a long way. I don't think they sell that box anymore, sadly. Saw it on Amazon, but it was from resellers, I think. That box format was honestly the best to carry them around. It was compact and really easy to access. Alright, back to the art. On the first one, I saw some kind of dog, but with like wool? Like sheep wool on the head and side. Like a wolf's and sheep clothing. But it's a dog. I was extremely rusty with the medium. I haven't really used them much in years. I was trying to move away from using them to use normal watercolor pans instead, but I do enjoy them a lot still. Anyways, when I use watercolor pencils, I always use them extremely lightly. Watercolor pencils are extremely pigmented, especially those. On the second blob, I saw a harp. That or a sideway mountain, but the harp sounded more fun. I didn't look up a reference for any of those drawings, so the harp might be very inaccurate. When doing serious work, always look up references after the initial sketch. Not before, that's another mistake people make all the time. If you start looking up reference before the first sketch, you end up doom scrolling. It happens to a lot of people I know. They say they're just looking for a pose idea and they somehow end up watching Swords 5 minutes later. We all know the saying, make it exist first, then make it good later. First sketch first, then references, then second sketch based off the references. The third blob had the coolest idea, at least to me. I wanted to make a griffin phoenix holding a jam in their beak. It turned out very orange. And it was so small that I couldn't detail it much, sadly. But I think the concept of blob drawings is to find some interesting ideas, not make masterpieces. I like the mix. I might try to redraw them digitally. I'm sorry I haven't shared a video in a while. My February was kinda hellish. A lot of in real life stuff happened. I also got sick. Then my partner got sick. We always get sick in February. So yeah, low energy month, sadly. It happens sometimes, life gets in the way. But I'll always be arting, even when I'm not filming it. I really want to complete one of my sketchbooks this year. But I have to focus on my digital work as well since I need portfolio pieces. So I might do digital art videos. I have a few ideas for those too. I just need to take some time to filter out and refine my ideas. But for now, thank you for joining me. Feel free to tag me on Blue Sky if you have come up with silly ideas for those blobs. Special thank you to my coffee members, Country Admiral, Marcus Fell, and Cesar. And I'll catch you guys very soon. Bye-bye.